KUAM TV8, first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. Cars Plus, Guam's automotive leader in sustainability and electric vehicles. Learn more at carsplusguam.com. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
An alleged kidnapper wanted by authorities this week is captured. The manhunt ending with the suspect charged with impregnating a teen. Plus, a number of schools on the chopping block. Education leaders trying to figure out how to best shut down campuses and consolidate students in public schools.
The Northern Islands is one step closer to having internet in the area. I'm Tomas Manglonia with a full story as the mayor and others organize for a permanent resettlement.
Hafening, good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado. Happy Fresco Friday. Destiny Cruz is on assignment. Well, he allegedly got a foster child pregnant and was on the run from authorities this week with the teen and her 9-month-old baby before being captured. 35-year-old Shane Borja is charged with 2 counts of third-degree criminal sexual conduct, theft of property, and second-degree custodial interference. Borja was wanted by Guam police after the 16-year-old girl apparently ran away from her foster home with their baby. He allegedly admitted to police that he's been in a relationship with the child since she was 14, adding he knew her age but said he loved her and wanted to be a family. He also allegedly admitted to stealing a pickup truck while on the run, court documents stating the pair along with the baby hidden in an abandoned home and at secluded beaches before authorities tracked them down. Police confirmed the baby is safe and now in CPS custody. The teen is being held at DYA. Meantime, prison records show Borja's criminal history dates back to 2014, which include charges of child abuse, aggravated assault, family violence, and theft. The case comes as the island recognizes an important movement with a mission. Government of Guam officials noting in fiscal year 2023, Child Protective Services got 1,576 referrals for child abuse and neglect, involving more than 2,200 children. Last year, Guam police also responding to 176 criminal sexual conduct cases, 129 of them involving kids. The problem resulting in GovGuam being focused on, quote, moving from the challenge to the change. That's the theme of this year's, as Guam joins others in recognizing Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month and Sexual Assault Awareness Month. A wave was held at the Micronesia Mall intersection this morning. The governor is signing a proclamation today as well. The month hopes to promote the importance of changing negative behaviors to prevent abuse. Governor Lulian Guerrero today saying that the statistics are a sad testament of the island paradise we all call home. Leaders calling for the community to work together to stop such an awful crime from occurring. Additionally, April 21st through the 27th declared National Crimes Victims' Rights Week. The criminal trial for a man accused of molesting a 10-year-old girl known to him will not go forward in Superior Court. Defendant Cosmis David cleared of the sexual abuse allegations today after the child opted not to take the stand.
The minor victim was very, very hesitant or reluctant and unwilling to go to court. So if they don't have a witness / victim, then you really can't move forward. So that's why they dismissed it. That's my understanding. And then he had other charges of violating a court order from a previous case.
David appeared before presiding Judge Alberto Lamarena today. As reported, David was arrested for allegedly molesting the child last October. With this dismissal, defense attorney Peter Santos confirms David will be released from prison today. A doctor accused of sexual assault allegations will have his day in court next week. Dr. Ugochukwu Akoma appearing before Judge Alberto Tolentino in Superior Court today. Jury selection for his trial is set to begin Monday. Defense attorney Jay Arreola says they are ready to proceed. Dr. Okoma is facing 2 counts of 4th-degree criminal sexual conduct. As we reported, the first sexual conduct complaint was made against him in November of 2021, with another following in February of 2022. Okoma is still actively practicing medicine at his private clinic. Murder defendant Jason Manabusan will now have his day in court with his alleged co-actors, the group charged in connection to the brutal killing of Army veteran Jason Susuiko. Manabusan appearing before Judge Maria Senzon in Superior Court today. He is charged separately with aggravated murder and guilt by complicity, but the court today dismissed the complaint and has now combined his case with others indicted in the killing. As KUAM reported, the group stand accused of allegedly beating Susuiko to death before dumping his body in a jungle area in Jigo off Route 15. Investigators say the motive was drug-related. Manabusan is currently being held at the Department of Corrections and is set to appear back in court at a later date. The Guam Department of Education has begun its process of engaging with stakeholders on schools decommission. GDOE Superintendent Ken Swanson noting the significant decline in Guam DOE's student population, which currently sits at 24,000, about 7,000 less than what Guam DOE has the capacity for, and one reason for the right sizing. Though there is no official word on how many or which schools will be decommissioned, all of the DOE schools will undergo review, taking a look at population, school capacity, population projections, and community locations, costs and facilities, and maintenance, and more. Breaking down the timeline for the selection of the schools to decommission is Deputy Superintendent Joe Sanchez. He says that by April 28th, the community should know what schools are recommended for decommission, with the process to begin by May 5th. It's not just a numbers game.
It's not just facilities that we're talking about. It's not just, distance. We're really talking about human beings, and we want to be very sensitive to the transitions that's going to have to take place with the students and their families, as well as human resources with the teachers and staff.
Conversations with the public on the matter will continue. That's scheduled, now available on KUAM.com. You can also watch the meeting in its entirety on our YouTube channel. She's on the list of vice presidential options for former President Donald Trump. Former Hawaii Representative Tulsi Gabbard was on Guam overnight. Delegate James Moylan posting a photo with her at the A.B. Wonpat International Airport Thursday. She was also seen photographed with rebel soldiers at Capitol Kitchen and attended a Republican senatorial candidate fundraiser during her brief stopover. Moylan, who we're hearing is a longtime friend of Gabbard, says she left today to the FSM and the Republic of the Marshall Islands. The Army major posted this video on social media about her mission that brought her to this part of the Pacific.
Today is day 1 of our 2 weeks of annual duty. I have my battalion, the 440th Civil Affairs Battalion. Most of my battalion is out here in Hawaii. We have other civil affairs teams that are pushing out across the Pacific through the Federated States of Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, and other locations, actually being able to put their civil affairs skills to work. That's going to be a great 2 weeks with a lot of great training and good opportunities.
You may recall Gabbard made a run for president in 2020 as a Democrat before eventually leaving the Democratic Party in 2022. Time for a quick break, but keep it here. You're watching KUAM, your leader in local news.
Today, Fresco Fridays on KUAM News. Presented by Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas. Located in Hagåtña, just across from the Gani Shopping Center.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
At Not Howie says Taco Bell only really hits after midnight, which is why I'm going to use the Cantina chicken menu to help him see the Taco Bell light.
It hits.
Hi. Are you at Not Howie? Food hits, right?
The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just for late night. The Cantina Chicken Quesadilla isn't just for late night because it has a perfect slow-roasted chicken to melted cheese ratio. That's chicken on the inside, cheese everywhere else. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Quesadilla only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back to Primetime. The Northern Islands could have internet in the next year. It's part of the movement to build infrastructure that would pave the way for permanent resettlement in the area. Regional correspondent Tomas Manglotnia reports.
Imagine telehealth, attending school on Zoom, and FaceTiming your friends and family from Pagan.
I think to fast track, because it's a low-hanging fruit, know that we could get funding through OIA, Department of Interior, the TAP grant. So we applied for that, hoping we can get approval this year so that within the next year we'll have internet up north.
Bridging that digital divide is more of a reality for the Northern Islands as its mayor Valentino Taisaken works to bring connectivity to the north.
We're going to look into low Earth orbit, something like Starlink, We'll get quotations from Starlink, Pacific International. So I know there's two internet providers for satellite.
The mayor hopes it paves the way for Northern Islands residents, about 400 of them who mostly live on Saipan, to return to the islands.
It's been years since we've had a permanent resettlement on those islands, and I'm thinking to restart that again and give the title back to the people, the residents out there, because right now it's on the public land. So I've been having a conversation with public lands also regarding the Homestead Waiver Act. So what that is for those that had previous claims, prior to 2006, we will be issuing out soon, right? So right now I know I have about 18 claims under public land.
The mayor said they want to build a long-term sustainable future for residents who call the Northern Islands home. Tomas Manglotnia, KUAM News, Saipan.
Heading down the sustainability street, the Guam Power Authority gearing up to host an annual meeting of the minds to collaboratively share knowledge about moving towards a future of renewable energy. John Cruz is one of the big thinkers at GPA and says Guam's ahead of the curve for ensuring our system is sustainable.
And getting the proper controls, the proper battery storage, that all amounts to making that transition seamless, and you're not destroying your grid. You're not making it less resilient and less reliable. Say customers hate outages. They hate outages more than they hate high power bills, and they really hate high power bills. Okay, so the trick of delighting customers is to make sure that you don't have outages. So.
The second Guam Clean Energy Transition pre-conference event is being held Monday at the Hyatt. We'll bring you highlights on the sessions on next week's show. Commemorating 3 decades, the Guam System for Assistive Technology kicking off 30th Resistive Technology Conference today. Destiny Cruz getting a look at what's already available and what new tech is on the horizon.
It's the 30th Annual Guam System for Assistive Technology Conference happening at the Westin Resort Guam, connecting individuals with disabilities to services, programs, and devices for specific needs.
Here, right behind me, I have different categories of assistive technology. You have technology for the visually impaired, technology for the hearing, the deaf and hard of hearing, and also for people with mobility challenges.
This year's theme, Assistive Technology, empowering our island with limitless possibilities, from low-tech.
These are like dressing sticks. We have door levers that can assist a person who may not have use of his hands.
To technology of the future.
So we actually did a virtual reality file that we took. We converted it into a VR file. And then, somebody that may not be able, who's an engineer, but who's in a wheelchair that cannot go into the job site, well, we'll bring that job site to them.
It's just some of the array of resources on display helping the community to live independently. Rodney Kalimlim, who's been blind since 2005, sharing how he uses tech in his everyday.
With my kind of phone, it talks. So that's how I get my text messages and I do researches, because it talks to me.
And beyond education on technology were presentations from tri-agency partners, including the Guam Legal Services Corporation Disability Law Center, the University of Guam Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities Research and Services, and others like Bellowings Aviation, to name a few. Discussions ranged from legal services to the benefits and limitations of Medicaid, transition care, advocacy, and more. Meantime, GSAT will be hosting an Assistive Technology Expo at the Micronesia Mall on April 13th.
The talents of our younger islanders are being exhibited this weekend. Here's how to find out how the next generation is creating works of literature and telling the story of Guam.
The power and value of words will be on display this weekend at the Guam Community College for a Young Authors Showcase.
Talking about the value of our island and the resources and our people of our island. And it also gives then students an opportunity to write about something that they're more familiar with. So creating books and writing their own stories, it's very empowering.
These creative minds are being mentored by literacy navigators who share the passion for bringing ideas to life and impacting people.
You know, growing up, I also wanted to be a writer. I think, like, you know, when you have that freedom to really put whatever you think down on a page and for other people to read it and see it and say, hey, like, that's pretty good, or even if you're just, you know, a child, but that's kind of what this program was doing, to really help kids, like, for them to see their works out there.
The exhibit is an effective demonstration of contemporary storytelling, combining classic ideas with modern imagery, driving their concepts home.
Most of them drew their own, or they worked together on the book with somebody that they knew that person could draw really well or better than they felt that they could, you know, and then the other one focused more on the writing, and then they worked together in that way.
These are expressions of original thought and unique perspectives of the world.
Well, the arts and art and images, you know, that often appeals to our more emotional part of our brain, you know, so, I mean, they're all going to be different. You see, some of these books are written entirely in Chamorro.
One of the primary ways that we understand the world is through narrative.
The Young Authors Showcase is being held from 9 to 1 this Saturday at GCC's Mangilao campus in the multipurpose auditorium.
It's inspiring for me to see, you know, like, these third graders, these second graders, these, you know, all the different kids, like, that they are, they find themselves, like, with having that confidence really to put themselves out there, to write a book and to say, like, this is something that I can do.
Now for your world at home. Here's a view captured from Fort Soledad in Humatak.
Troy Polamalu Safety, aka the Quiet Storm. Troy's seen more out of the corners of his cold steel eyes than most mortal men have seen straight on. The last thing an offense would witness, a fury of flowing mane incoming at high speed.
Hey!
Cat-like quickness and supernatural instincts like Troy's only come once in a lifetime. And oh, how grateful we are that they came in ours. No one made the beloved burg of Pittsburgh feel quite as safe as this safety. The Hyundai Tucson with advanced safety and tech, because even safeties could use a little more safety themselves.
Only Pizza Hut lets you surround your favorite pizza with greatness. The one and only stuffed crust pizza tempts your taste buds with melted cheese stuffed inside that amazing crust. And at just $18.99 with one topping, the stuffed crust pizza is truly irresistible. So grab your slice of pizza perfection with cheesy goodness baked right into the crust. The stuffed crust pizza, just $18.99 with one topping. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
they keep the smile on your face, the moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me, you can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
The Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco isn't just a late-night taco. It's a seasoned and slow-roasted chicken taco that pairs nicely with the new avocado verde salsa at any time. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco, only at Taco Bell. The Cantina Chicken Burrito isn't just for late night, because it keeps it light with slow-roasted shredded chicken and finely shredded purple cabbage in a freshly grilled tortilla that's not shredded. Introducing the new Cantina Chicken Burrito, only at Taco Bell.
Yum.
Foodie Call is presented by Devondale, real milk from free grazing cows.
Hi guys, welcome back to another edition of Foodie Calls. And today we're back at our favorite spot in Tamuning, Perisco. Let's go check out what we got today. And thank you to our friend at Perisco for preparing us our special drink today. So today we have the sea salt latte. Go ahead and give it a try. This is actually my first time trying a sea salt latte, and I was expecting like a salty and sweet kind of vibe, but honestly it's really not. Like, I feel like the sea salt really complements the bitterness of the coffee, which makes it not too sweet. It's really good, really delicious. I actually got one of their cookie croissant that's actually going viral on TikTok, and I was impatient and I tried it already, but I'll try it again one more time with you guys. Chocolate chip, cookie dough, and croissant. And the best part about this drink too is that it doesn't look like it's not a lot of milk, but the Devondale actually makes a really big difference. It makes it so smooth, so creamy, perfect to match with your special treat. All right, guys, and that wraps up today's edition of Foodie Calls, brought to you by Devondale. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Foodie Call is presented by Devondale, real milk from free grazing cows.
If you don't have an insurance or a primary doctor for whatever reason, don't worry. Our friends down in Molesso have you covered. It's the Molesso Medical Mission free medical care on April 7th. That's this Sunday at the Molesso Veteran Sons and Daughters Pier Park from 10 to 2. Please make sure to check it out. The Families That Fish exhibit, you saw it last night in the news. Our friend Dr. Miguel Bivacqua was explaining it. It is amazing. It's at the KUAM Museum. It's from 9 to 4. Make sure to check out all the amazing ways that our people, our heritage, our culture are connected with the art and the tradition of fishing. And at American Memorial Park, that is up in Saipan if you didn't know, there is something happening there. It's a walk for autism on 4 to 6. It's an annual walk showing support for those with autism and their families. We have got the Island weekend ahead of us, so that's your News Bites.
Now to your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shout-out submitted on KUAM.com and the winner of a yummy ice cream cake.
Okay, everybody, we are going right to this week's Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club winner, and it is Layla Ray, who gets an extended birthday. Layla, congratulations once again. I had a really good time reading your birthday and a really good time today giving you a birthday cake. So we will reach out to you and your family and let you know how you can pick up your prize. We hope you have a wonderful weekend and a happy birthday once again.
And that's your Primetime Show. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Delgado. Have a safe weekend and good night.